Sad day for Australia yesterday. What happened in Bondi Beach was a really horrible thing. People going about their business, the Jewish community down there celebrating Hanukkah, and tourists from around the world, that had even been here a couple of days, enjoying Bondi Beach. It's an iconic place, Bondi Beach. And nobody thought that something like that would unfold on one of Australia's most iconic beaches. But sure enough, a couple of extremists, a couple of terrorists, by what I'm seeing today on news and social media, apparently they were father and son from Bonnyrigg, decided that they were going to go down there and take revenge for what's happening over in Palestine, in Gaza, on the Jewish people that were celebrating Hanukkah in a little area, a little park at the beach. And in the process, a lot of other people were caught in the crossfire as well. Thank God they were put out of commission. One of the bravest things I've ever seen in a long time, I saw yesterday, that man that tackled, now he's a hero, that guy, that tackled one of the shooters and in the process received a couple of gunshot wounds to his arm. It was a very courageous thing to do. And he's forever going to be remembered as a hero, because he probably stopped a lot more people getting shot, a lot more people getting killed. He should get a bravery award. We have to be very careful. Our politicians will do stupid things sometimes in order to garner support for votes. And what we saw on the Harbour Bridge on the 3rd of August of 2025 was just that. A whole lot of politicians marching with the pro-Palestine protesters, pro-Hamas protesters over the Harbour Bridge. A whole lot of politicians and elites from all sorts of, from all over Australia or all over the state, decided to get in and march with these protesters over the bridge with the Palestinian flag, the pro-Palestinian cause. And at one stage, there was one fellow, which should never have been allowed, holding up a Ayatollah banner, the Iranian Ayatollah. That has no place there. It shouldn't be allowed to have any place there. But it was allowed to happen. That kind of thing gave them the idea that there was support behind their cause. And this is what fueled what happened yesterday. So not long ago, Pauline Hanson was ridiculed for putting on a burqa and making a point in Parliament House, in our Senate. Penny Wong was tearing shreds off her. The other two women, Payman and whatever the other one's name is, decided that they were going to get in on the act as well. And how Pauline was disrespectful to the Islamic faith. Pauline was making a point. Pauline was making a point that these people are not assimilating in our society, that they're not becoming a part of the Australian culture, that they have unresolved issues that they refuse to let go of. If you people have a problem, then you should go over there and deal with it in that part of the world. But you're too gutless. You're too gutless to go over there and fight for the cause, against the IDF. You'd rather shoot innocent people on Australia's streets, in our parks, on our beaches. That's not on. And we shouldn't tolerate it. It needs to stop, and it needs to stop now. Our politicians need to start being very careful about what they say and what they support. And they need to stop shutting up the Australian people for making their concerns heard. We don't want this stuff in Australia. We don't want this shit in this country. We want it sent offshore. We want it sent back to where it came from. We don't need it here. Let's hope that no more of this happens. But I've got a funny feeling that it's a start. It's only a start. We've got to be very careful. We've got to be alert. Because there could be more of these loony bins out there. They couldn't be the only ones. Anyway, I'm just glad one of them is dead and the other one, hopefully, will end up the same way. Because they don't deserve to live. Enough is enough. This is a peaceful country. The Jewish people didn't bring their fight here. Israel didn't bring their fight here. They're fighting it over there in the Middle East. So why is everybody else bringing their shit here? Why are they bringing their fights here? We don't want them here. If you want to fight for that cause, go over there and fight. By all means. See you later. Bugger off. Don't be gutless. Put on your brave face, put on your big boy pants, get over there and front up to the IDF. Throw stones at them, try and fire some bullets at them. Probably won't last very long, but you can give it a go. But not here, not in this country. We've had enough. We've had enough of this. We don't want the same shit that happened during the Cronulla riots to start happening again. And to the politicians out there who decided to take all our guns away, remember when Mr. Howard decided after the Port Arthur massacre that he was going to take our guns away? It proved one thing and one thing only. You may have taken the guns away from the good people, the good citizens of this country, but you didn't. You didn't take the guns away from the scum. They still have guns. And we are now in a position where we are unable to defend ourselves. That's all you manage to do. Because everything the government does ends up blowing up in their face. They have no idea how to handle anything. I hope this doesn't go any further. For the sake of our children, for the sake of our elderly, for the sake of all Australians, it needs to stop now.